Hey, I wanted to teach you basically what I'm looking for on the acoustic guitar for our version of How Firm a Foundation. There's just some specific things. They're not necessarily hard, but playing them this way just sounds a little bit better with the band when you're on acoustic guitar. And so I first wanted to show you the riffs that you're playing on the verses. It's just a simple 3-note power chord, and it's basically moving between a C power chord and an F power chord, and then there are some things going on in between. So the way I start out the song, I started out right now in G, which is a power chord that's basically this shape. I've got my index on the top string, and 2 frets over I put my ring finger on the next string down, on the A string, and then 1 string below that, right underneath it, I put my pinky. So my 1 is here, my 3 is here, and my 4 is here. That's the full chord. And other than that, what the principal technique you're using is palm muting. So this begins on a G and slides up to a C. That's what you hear in the recording. And the palm muting is basically a light hitting of the guitar while striking it with your pick, making a muffled tone. So rather than with it open like that, I'm actually palm muting here. I'm hitting it with my palm while I'm striking it. Creates a slightly different tone. Now basically you're only hitting those top 3 strings. If other strings are ringing out, they shouldn't. But here's how the opening begins. It slides up from your index on fret 3 to your index on fret 8. And once you get up to fret 8, that's your C chord. And what I'm doing to create that additional tone is I'm actually barring with my index finger, barring those 2 top strings, the E string and the A string, but I'm letting go of my ring finger to get the 4th in there, the C4. Let go of my ring finger. But again, this is barred so that this next string down is ringing out. So here's the 2 chords, C5, what I'm calling C5. C4. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2. That's what I'm doing on the C to the C4. Now for the F to the F major 7, similar technique slightly. I'm down here. I'm on the 1st fret, same chord formation, same power chord I'm doing. Except this time I've got my middle finger hidden behind my pinky so that I can release my pinky for the F major 7. Here's the F. Here's the F major 7. All the while I've got my middle finger tucked on the 3rd string on the D string on the 2nd fret so that I can pull my number 4 finger, my pinky, off. And the rhythm is the same as the C chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's basically the riff throughout all the verses. So here's how it is in its entirety. 1, 2, ready, go. I'm sorry. 1, 2, ready. How firm a foundation, you saints of the Lord, is laid for your faith in His excellent word. What more can He say than to you He has said, to you for refuge, to Jesus have fled off. Now for building from the verse into the chorus, you're going to be moving from your power chord to your full chord, and you're going to be moving from your palm mute to open chord strums, and this is what I'm looking for. at the very end of verse 2, going into the chorus there, upheld by my righteous, omnipotent hand, God is our refuge. So I want a full stop there. 1, 2, God is our refuge. And then you're going to go into your full, strong C chords. Actually, watch the other YouTube video on the C chords and the chords used in the key of C, because that's exactly what I'm doing. God is our refuge. Keeping G sus on that. And the Lord Almighty is with us. If you don't, again, know how these chords are formed, go back to the C video. But here it is. God is our refuge. Lord Almighty is with us. God is our fortress. Will we still and know that you are God? So you have to make that jump pretty fast. And notice that I went back from full chord strumming and full chords and open strumming to the palm mute and the power chord. And it's really effective when you can do that. Now, when you get to the bridge out of the second chorus, here's what I'm doing. We will be still and know that you are God. You are God. You are God. You are God of the heavens. You are God of the earth. I will not fear. I will not fear. It's just strumming. I will not fear. I will not fear. Now the second to I will not fears, you could actually start to build it a little bit with some picking, and this is what I'm doing. I will not fear. I will not fear. I will not fear. And that's basically what's going on for the second two. Now when you're going back into the build section right after that, you're going to go back to a palm mute, but I actually still use my full chords and just palm mute and hit a few strings. So after the I will not fear, here's how it goes into it. I will not fear. I will not fear. Here it comes. 2. I will not fear, though the earth give way, though the mountains fall into the sea. I will not fear, for my God is strong, and I know one day He'll deliver me. God is our refuge. So notice I build and I didn't have a stop there. What you can basically do is move from your palm mute and slowly open up as you're building there. I know one day He'll deliver. You're opening up your hands. God is our refuge. Lord Almighty is with us. And so on and so forth. And that's basically the song.